Welcome back to our Community Voices segment. Joining me today is Miss Magnolia Minks and Mr. Michael from the Savannah Pride Center. Thank you all for coming and happy Pride Month.
Thank you, happy Pride.
I love Pride Month. I feel like we don't really celebrate it here in June because it's so hot, right? That's why we usually celebrate in October.
Yep,
I just found that out.
Oh yeah?
I did.
There you go.
But you know, like you said, the rest of the United States celebrates Pride Month during June. So kind of tell us about all the events you all have going on.
Well, this Thursday, actually, June 12th, we have my annual, Stay Gold All BIPOC production show that will be, showcasing beautiful people of color bodies.
Okay.
This will be at Club 1, of course, 8:30 p.m. for the doors, 9 p.m. for the actual show. There is admission costs of $15 for general admissions and $20 for VIP, but we're really excited. Of course, we always, it's through Bay Street Bombshells, but we always have the support of the center and also Cultivate Savannah this year as a sponsor. So that was a big leg up for us.
That sounds like so much fun. And the fun doesn't just stop on Thursday. We've got a month long of events, including the 8th annual Stonewall event that you all are going to be putting on. So for those who don't know what Stonewall is, give us a little bit of history on that, Mr. Michael.
So Stonewall goes back to the Stonewall riots of 1969, and we celebrate it every year during Pride Month, and the first Pride was a riot. And now we celebrate it as a cornerstone of our culture, our history, a celebration of our BIPOC community that was there the night of Stonewall in 1969. That was very much a huge part of our civil rights movement. So this year's Stonewall is going to be at Starland Yard.
Wow,
That's
okay.
Right.
I see right there, Stonewall at Starland Yard. That sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, and so tell me a little bit about what's going to be going on at this event.
Okay, so we have the So You Think You Can Drag competition, which is all local drag queens. But drag is, again, a celebration of our culture, our pride, and it's never been so important that just being our authentic selves is such a movement in our civil rights, right? And then as well, we're adding for the first time Stonewall Vogue Ball. And if you don't know, Vogue, for many decades now, has been a cornerstone of queer culture. It gives opportunity to our community to walk that runway and compete in different categories. It gives us a chance to put money back into the hands of the community. So there'll be cash prizes, entertainment the whole way through, and that'll be at Stonewall Starland Yard on June 28th.
That is going to be so much fun. What time are all of this festivities starting?
Well, it starts at 2 p.m.
Okay.
But do know that we have events all month long. So we have an LGBTQIA defense course going on this month. We have an art gallery. LGBTQIA plus artists are showing their work at the Cedar House, and that's going to be all month long at the Cedar House.
Okay.
So many other things like our inclusive healing clinic. So if you're looking for hormone replacement therapy, you can come to the center for medical care, free gynecology visits. So for all of that, SavannahPrideCenter.org. If you're in need of medical help or a connection to practitioners, that's what we do.
And there's the list right there for anyone who may want to take a picture. QR codes are also there on the screen for you to scan so you can stay connected. And of course, we will have this on our website, wsav.com/todayweekend. That is so much fun. I feel like this is going to be a fun month, like you said, of celebrating and just really loving who you are and sharing that with the world. So one of my last questions for you all is, why do you feel like it is so important that everyone, no matter what your sexual orientation may be, comes out and celebrates Pride?
Well, on the national level, we're seeing marginalized communities being attacked on a level that is unimagined. And it's important that during Pride we open our doors to all of our marginalized communities because we're all going through something similar. We're fighting for our right to exist. Our history as a people is being erased on a national level. And we have to keep showing up and celebrate while we face that adversity because that's what our community is known for.
Exactly. And I do feel like, especially with Stay Gold this year, that it's one of the most impactful years, not just because, support of the center always and Cultivate Savannah sponsoring. I mean, those are wonderful things, but honestly, especially with what, our country is going through, how everybody's feeling, like Michael was saying, with communities feeling more marginalized now, more than before, which is unfortunate, but it makes this show for Stay Gold to us feel so much more empowering and it's not really just about showing up and showing out. It's about saying, I'm here, not going anywhere. We're in this together. we are all wonderful, beautiful people. Let's come together and be an actual community.
Perfectly said. And like we said, there is a bunch of stuff going on this month for Pride Month. And so we will have all of that on our website, wsav.com/todayweekend. And remember, it does not matter if you identify as gay, bisexual, trans, whatever you identify as, you can still come out and have a good time. Just be an ally and support.
It's all about community.
Yeah, it's
like
all
you're saying,
about
being
creating
an ally
community.
and supporting.
Yes, so thank you all for coming and sharing these events with us, because I feel like a lot of people don't know that these things exist for them. So I love that.